My dear participants, I have great pleasure to present on leadership. The success of every organization is dependent upon quality of its leadership. In order to justify this statement, the behavioral specialists have developed the roadmap for accomplishing this statement. This means better leader develops better subordinates. Before that, we should know who is a better leader. Those who possess all leadership qualities may be considered as the better leader. When a better leader develops or mold the better subordinates, the two forms together develop good quality of products, not only good quality but also to provide good service to the society. When a company offers this type of a good quality as well as a good products, will have more demand for the product, or we can say market potential for the particular product, which fetches a high sales of the company. If the company achieves a high sales, which proceeds to huge profit or fat profit. If the company earns the high profit, there are three segments which are cherishing and relishing the benefits, namely employer, employees and society. First, how the employer will get the benefit. Employers are the real owners of the organization, those who are invested in the money. So they will get in the form of a dividend rate. Next, you can come to the employees. The employees are getting attractive incentive scheme, good infrastructure facilities, congenial working conditions, lucrative incentive program, etc. The society will get not only good quality but also at fair price. In addition to that, company also should have some social obligation or public responsibility by way of offering good drinking water facility to the villages, village adoption program, laying road facilities, organizing medical camp, eye camp, etc. Next concept. Leadership is the ability to persuade others to seek defined objectives enthusiastically. What you learn from the concept, leaders should have capacity or capability to convince followers in order to achieve the organizational predetermined objectives. At the same time, leaders should have developed the enthusiastic in the minds of employees. So employees should work voluntarily or willingly to accomplish the organizational objectives. Then only you can say he is a good leader. Now we can discuss about the nature of leadership. So in the organization, we should not think that leaders are always going on right path. There is certain deviations are there. The deviation we can represent as strong leader can be a weak manager. Next, weak leader can be a strong manager. First, we will discuss about the strong leader can be a weak manager. A person may be having a strong leadership ability, but he is a very weak in managerial aspects like planning, organizing, etc. Next, we can come to the weak leader, strong manager. A person may be weak in all leadership qualities. At the same time, he may be a good planner, organizer, etc. Next, we can discuss about the characteristic of leadership. Formerly, it was thought that the successful leadership not only depends upon personal trait, but also the leader should have units character to stimulate the followers and acts upon situation. First, why the leader should have units character? Because a group comprises so many members. Different members have different background, different knowledge, different attitude, different interests. So, leader has to integrate all the members for the single common unity. Next, we can come to about the stimulate the followers. Leader should have to stimulate the followers in order to achieve the organizational goals. Next is acts upon situation. So leader should have presence of mind. Even we can know what is the presence of mind. Right decision at right time. I can give you some practical example also. Suppose you are walking alone on the road. Suddenly you can see a house on fire. Nobody can notice the fire also. What you will do immediately? Then we have to first do the rescue operation, then we can inform the fire service station, or you have to shout fire, fire. So this is some important aspect for the leader. So this is a leader should have presence of mind. The next point is task and psychological support. So in an organization, leader is solely responsible for fixing the task and providing the materials and assembling the budget. Now we can discuss about the psychological support. So leader also should give moral or psychological support to the employees, because employees are facing variety of problems. The problem has been divided into the two different types, namely on-job problem and off-the-job problem. What is the meaning of on-job problem? Employees are facing some problems that are quite pertinent to the nature of job or organization is called as on-the-job problem. So under circumstance, who has to solve this problem? So leader is a person should understand the problem, analyze the problem and should settle the problems. Next come to the off-job problem. So off-job problem means when employees are having some problems, these problems are no way connected with the job. Even though it is no way connected with the job, so employees also suffering for this type of problem. So under circumstance, leader should invite the subordinates and discuss the problems, diagnose the problems and give some solution to the problems. Take for example, when there is a marital disharmony among the family members, so he has to solve the problem. When employees are facing some personal problems like financial problems, children problem, etc. So leader in a position to resolve this type of problems. So these are one of the important support the leader should give to his employees or followers. Come to the next model, role model. So leader should be an exemplar for the entire group. So I give another concept. Supervisor tend to supervise as they themselves are supervised by others. The same concept you can also apply to the leaders. So leaders are behaving two different types of model, namely supportive model and opposite model. Now you see what is the repercussion about this model. When a leader is supportive in sense, it means employees are facing some genuine grievances. So they represent the matter to the leader. Leader will sympathetically listen the problem, understand the problem and try to resolve the problem. This type of model we can call it as a supportive model. So this type of leader wants some changes with regard to organizational policy. Definitely all followers will consciously and willingly to cooperate with his leader because he behaved in a supportive pattern. Coming to the next model, opposite model. When employees are facing some problems, they represent matter to the concerned leader. Leader is a person not at all interested, even he simply ignore the real cause or genuine problem of the employees. This type of model we can known as opposite model. Now this leader wanted some changes with regard to working hours. He will inform all his subordinates. Now you see what is a reaction. Definitely the employees will never cooperate with this leadership because he behaved in an opposite model. So this is with regard to role model. When a leader is a highly sincere, honest, genuine, helping tendency, friendly attitude, definitely employees also reciprocate in this manner. Otherwise, if the leader is adamant, inactive, laziness, dishonest, employees also try to follow the same path. That's why under circumstance, leader should be a model for the entire group. Comes the next, leader as a follower in character. Based on the organizational hierarchy, even though a person may be a leader, he may be follower to somebody. Take for instance, who is the head of the institution? Maybe a managing director. So he is a head. But even though he is head, he is follower to chairperson. Next to managing director, GM. So general manager for HR may be leader in his own department. Of course, he is a follower to managing director. Next to general manager, manager. So manager may be a leader in his own field, but he is a follower to the general manager. Based on the organizational hierarchy, leader may be considered as a follower in character. So next we can discuss about the assertiveness. So nowadays this type of character is a highly inevitable as well as indispensable aspect for all the type of leadership style. So leader should ascertain his own position. So what is his role, what is his duty, how he can interact with other members, how to control the resource and all. So he should have assertiveness, then only he may be a successful leader for the entire organization. And last one but not the least one, that is a creativity. So creativity means developing innovative or new ideas which may be useful to not only society but also for the organizational point of view. So creativity is a basic characteristic for all the type of leadership style. When you can see some technological savvy, definitely this type of creative character may be motivating factor for all the leadership. So this is some of the important characteristics we have discussed so far. Now we can come to the next, leadership skills. So leaders are practicing three different types of skills, namely technical skill, human skill and conceptual skill. First, we will discuss about the technical skill. So, technical skill is the ability of the individual's knowledge about the particular field area and the ability to do operating tasks, process or in production. In organization, those who are working at the lower level like engineer level, tool makers, computer operator, typist, etc. should have this type of more technical knowledge. Coming next, human skill. Human skill means ability to work effectively with the people more effectively. At the same time, leader should have built the effective teamwork. So, I hope you understand what is the teamwork. Teamwork is totally different from the group work. So, teamwork means the members of the team are voluntarily or consciously to perform the operating task in a coordinated manner. We can call it teamwork. When a leader having high human skill, certainly he will build the effective teamwork. Next, we can come to the conceptual skill. So, it refers to ability to forecast the future activities of the organization like long range plan, schedules, models. Now, we can discuss about the leadership power. What is the meaning of power? First, we will discuss about the concept of power. Power is defined as ability to influence the other people as well as events. So, influence the only suitable term to replace the word power. Now, we will discuss what are the different types of power which are enjoying by our leader. First, we can discuss about the personal power. What is a personal power? When a person able to influence the other people with the help of his own personality, you can call it personal power. Next, we can come to the official power or legitimate power. So, this type of power develops based on the organizational hierarchy. In organization situation, higher authority delegates some of the power to the lower authority. At the time of delegation, higher authority also should prescribe a certain limit. So, within the limit only the lower management can act. Take for instance, the regional manager of State Bank of India delegates some of the power to his branch manager. Now, the branch manager has power to reward. At the same time, branch manager is empowered to punish the subordinates. For example, in his branch, those who have deserved to receive the reward, branch manager has power to reward. At the same time, those who have committed the mistake inside the premises of the bank, branch manager is empowered to punish by way of giving a warning note, or you can issue a suspension order and etc. Now, next you can come to the expert power or authority of knowledge. How the power develops? When a person able to influence the other people with the help of his own knowledge. When you have in-depth or sound knowledge about the particular field, you are capable of attracting or influencing your own followers. How this power develops? There are three different variables are involved, namely by virtue of experience, by way of education, as well as intensive training. So, these are the three main ingredients which influence the individual's power. So, this is called expert power. Coming to the next one, political power. So, before that we should aware who is a politician. One who dedicates his life for the sake of people, or one who sacrifices life for the sake of individuals or society. But how it is applicable in the organizational context? When a union leader can offer some privileges as well as benefits, also fight for the sake of employees, this type of union leader can influence the other employees. That power we can call it as political power. So, these are the four different types of leadership power. Now, we can discuss about the leadership styles. So, leaders are practicing three different types of style, namely autocratic style or authoritarian or production oriented. Now, we will discuss what are the important characteristics of autocratic leader. Leader alone determines corporate policies, programs, plans, etc. Now, this type of leader tells what to do and how to do, which means he simply dictates the terms and conditions what employee has to do. So, another important characteristic of leadership is this leader maximum concern for production and minimum concern for employees' welfare, which means this type of leader thinks that employees are considered as a machine, not as a human being. Now, what is the feeling of freedom under the subordinates? Here they have no freedom of subordinates. Even this leader activity more or less resembles with the boss. Now, when an autocratic leader away from the situation or in his absence, no work will take place. The work will be hampered. Another important characteristic is this leader adopts one-way channel of communication. It means the communications flow from leader to subordinates. Now, we will discuss about the pros and cons of autocratic leadership style. one of the important aspect is this type of leadership style will enhance the efficiency of the employees, save the time and quick results, especially during emergency circumstances. Another important aspect is when a minor decision making for day-to-day activities, this type of style is highly suitable as well as feasible aspect. Next, there are two important concepts, namely unity of command and division of work are clearly understood by all. Even though we can discuss some of the pros, we should not deny that there are certain cons. First thing, what is the major drawback for one-way channel of communication? There is no feedback mechanism which results misunderstanding between leader and subordinates. Is one of the costly errors in an organization. Another thing, this leader receives very little information from his subordinates for his decision making process, which leads to dangerous in the present advanced organizational complexity. Coming to the third point, some of the behavioral scientists have compared this leadership as against the cog in a machine. Cog means nothing but a two-through wheel. If you are on the machine, the wheel simply rotate. If you are off the machine, the wheel simply stop. The same way, whatever the autocratic leader tells, all should work. So without human involvement, which results a massive resistance, low morale, high labor turnover, high absenteeism rate, so on, so forth. Now we will discuss about the next one, democratic leadership style. It is also called as participative leadership style and person oriented. This leader takes a decision, formulate the policy, fix the plan based on the participative method. This leader reduces tension as well as conflict. If any tension prevailing among the members or if any conflict existing among the members, you will try to resolve both tension as well as conflict. Whereas autocratic leader, instead of reduce, he may create the tension. Then this leader maximum concern for employees' welfare rather than protection. His main motto is what are the facilities we have to provide to the employees. So next, the subordinates have full of freedom under the leadership style. This leader characters more or less resemble with the coordinator, whereas autocratic boss is a coordinator. He is just coordinating the various interrelated activities. Next, when a leader is away from the situation, the work will going on systematically, smoothly and sincerely. Then this leader adopts two-way channel of communication, which means the communication takes place between leader and subordinates and between subordinates also possible, whereas autocratic only one-way channel of communication. Now we will discuss about the what are the merits and demerits. First we will discuss about the merits. When a leader adopts the democratic style, definitely the employees work very hard because the decision making taken by only the subordinates. So under circumstance, subordinates should work more enthusiastically. Next, this type of leadership gives the opportunity for the development of subordinates, because the subordinates are exposed as well as experienced by way of including the decision making process. This type of experience will be helpful at the time of elevation to the higher level management. Next, this type of style will give the better or appropriate decision. How it is possible? When a leader getting the views from the various subordinates, most of the subordinates have more experience, they have some talents or innovative skills. When a leader pulling up ideas from various followers, definitely there is a 100% guarantee for better decision, whereas autocratic only one man decision, sometimes it may be good or bad. Now we can come to the next last one, free rein leader or lazy wire. Actually, this is not an English term, it is a French term. What is the equivalent meaning for this term? It is non-interference. Now we will discuss what are the important characteristics of free rein leader. This leader avoids power and responsibility. His role is very insignificant or minor role. So the leader provides some pertinent information, offer facilities and provide materials when workers ask, otherwise he won't furnish any information to the employees. So the group became highly disaster in nature when it is possible the leader is incompetent to integrate to all the members. Definitely the group became highly disaster in nature. And finally, generally in organizations, free rein leader never motivates subordinates. So under circumstance, employees are motivated themselves based on their own needs, desires and inner drives. Now we will discuss about the what are the advantages as well as disadvantages. One of the convincing advantages is employees are feel free to express their feelings, opinions, etc. And another thing, employees are highly independent nature, which we can call as autonomy. So autonomy is a lucrative term framed by the Japan style of management. It's nothing but when a leader adopts the free leadership style, definitely give the more autonomy to the subordinates. Even though we are convinced about the advantage, but we should not deny that there is a one disadvantage. So without strong leader, the group may not have any control or direction, which results members may be frustrated. When members are frustrated, which results of organizational turmoil or confusion. So this is with regard to the free leader drawback. So up to this we have covered so far leadership styles. Next we can discuss about managerial grade. The grade was formulated by Blake and Mountain with the help of the 9-point scale system. So in this diagram, X axis represent for production, whereas Y axis concern for employees. So based on the diagram, the members have identified 5 important styles of management, namely task management, team management, country club management, impartial management and middle of the road. Now we will discuss one by one. First, the task management. The points given is 9:1. So the 9 stands for production and the 1 stands for employees. So what do you infer based on the task management? This management shows maximum concern for production and a minimum concern for employees' welfare. Coming to the next, team management. So here we have given 9.9. So the 9 denotes for production and the 9 denotes for the employees' welfare. So the team management shows maximum concern for production as well as employees' welfare oriented. Coming to the next, third style, country club management. Here we have given point 1:9. See, 1 denotes for production and 9 denotes for employees' welfare, which means country club management shows minimum concern for production and the maximum concern for employees. It's nothing but democratic leadership style is probably related with this style. Next, coming to the impartial management, 1 denotes for production and another 1 denotes for the employees' welfare. How we have to explain this style? See, impartial management shows minimum concern for both production as well as employees' welfare. He never bothered about the production as well as employees' welfare. Next, the last one is middle of the road or tempered pendulum. So this type of management shows a balanced concern for both production as well as employees' welfare. This means live and let live type of situation style is adopted by the middle of the road style. So this is with regard to the managerial grade. So far we discussed about some of the interesting features about the leadership introduction, nature of leadership style, conceptual framework of leadership style, leadership skills, leadership power and 3 different types of leadership style, namely autocratic, democratic and a free reign leader. And finally we also discuss about the managerial grade, which was famously formulated by the Blake and Mountain. So this is with regard to the leadership style. Thank you one and all.